Hello everyone. So this is my video about the Weinig hydroma 23, and I'm making this video because when I first started running this machine, I could not find a lot of things on YouTube about this machine. So I wanted to make a brief video of talking about my experience with this machine. It's not the prettiest machine, it's old, and we've had to do a lot of repairs on it. So I'm going to start here at the beginning. And this is our air control. I think we installed this ourselves. Again, we had to rig a lot of things up on this machine to get it to work and work good and properly. And we still got a lot of repairs to make on it. If you've ever been to Weinig, you're gonna notice they have a lot newer machines that are way more high-tech than this is. But this machine's been a blessing, and if you're just starting out or you wanna know more about this machine, this is a good video for you. So this right here turns on our dust blower system. And it powers, obviously, all of our cutter heads and hoses that go to these cutter heads. And so got our safety signs, gotta have those. We have our buttons here. So our first button, cutter head 1, and so on, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We don't use 6 and 7 so much. There's many reasons why you would use those. For instance, like the 2 top cutter heads, which is 5 and 6, which I'll show you in a minute, is if you're doing something like half log siding, you're going to take off some meat with cutter head number 5 and then do your final pass on cutter head number 6. And I've used cutter head number 1 if I don't want the whole board to go through the machine, and you want to clean it up if you have to run the board down or cleaning up both sides. You can do it on cutter head number 1 is what I'm trying to say, but the last cutter head is better because it's the final pass and it's not going to get marks on it from the machine. I've had a lot of trouble with that. Lastly, this also is a final finish pass. And I heard you can even put a sanding head on this, which I have not done that yet. And I would like to hear your guys' experience as well. So please comment in the comment section and let me know what your experience has been with this machine. Maybe you have an older one. Maybe you have this one and it's a lot more beautiful and cleaner looking, but it is what it is. So here's your emergency shut off. This controls your wheels on and off. Never had to use this. And I've never had to use this either. I don't think I've had to use that button either. There is a mechanisms that attaches to the wheels, which lowers and raises the top cutter heads. And ours does not work. We used to have to do it manually from the back. But now we can do it from our knob, which I like that better. I don't like it connecting to the wheels. The wheels, I'm sorry, I have used this. This is for the wheels to go up and down. I'm using it, I'm just not thinking about it now that I'm describing it. And like I said, you can attach the top cutter head to that button, but it can be a little unsafe if you're not watchful. I've ran the actual cutter head into the deck. We'll get to that in a minute. So bottom cutter head, this controls it all, on and off, emergency shut off, so on and so forth. Here's your air pressures. If you want to use ours for reference, I will turn on the air and I'll do that right now. I'm actually gonna make a video number 2 since this one's been so long. Quickly, you wanna have your air out here. Weinig cannot be ran without air. And also using an air nozzle to clean your machine is very vital as well too. So if you want to use our air for reference, this is our settings for each cutter head and the wheels. and so on and so forth. And it works great for us. Now I wanted to talk about these two handles right here. This handle, it moves this fence right here, and this handle moves the deck up and down. So it's how much you're going to take off of the bottom cutter head, what kind of thickness you want to be taking off there to relieve your top cutter head. And then this is how much you want to take off on cutter head number 2 to straighten up the board, to make your board more straighter. So that's kind of what we're looking at right there. And I'm going to make another video. I hope you enjoy this one. Just introduction.